a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas, and we have wonderful guests, and we talk about things that other people don't frequently talk about. So I would like to also say thank you for everyone who has in the past donated to this channel or bought products from this channel. I am not about just making money, but I tell you what, the extra expenses on here do cause an issue for me, and I may have to shut down for a while until I can catch up. So at the same time, if you are by any chance able to help, I would greatly appreciate it. And that being said, thank you everyone who has helped in the past, and let me bring on my wonderful guests, and we will do ladies first. I'm bringing on Michelle Marie Angel, and I know you've seen her before, but we have not been on with Drake before. And so, hi, Michelle. I'm so happy you decided you were willing to come on, because we did this kind of on short notice. So
thanks for the surprise. I love surprises.
Thank you so much. And here is Drake, the man on the scene. Thank you, Drake. So we're going to discuss a variety of things today, but I think one of the things that is really hitting everywhere is the Schumann resonance. Everybody's talking about it. So let's bring up that topic.
Okay.
Hi, proud Texas lady. So we got someone on I do have us on the YouTube channels. So I can take them off at any point in time, but
we don't want to make them mad.
We don't want to make them
watch. So we got to watch what we say about them.
Yeah. Well, if we could talk in code, that would be good. But if you need me to stop the YouTube channels, I can do that too. But people do like to ask questions there. I have questions on DLive and Twitch, but getting people to go there has been a challenge. So let's start with Michelle, if you don't mind, Drake. Michelle, you recently posted a video on the Schumann resonance. Now, I just got it this morning. I didn't have a chance to see it, but I saw the Schumann resonance yesterday, and I've never seen anything like it before.
Yeah. There's a word that I keep forgetting. It starts with CYM.
Oh, cinematic, somatic.
Yeah, somatic. That's it.
Yeah.
And what it is, it's when they use sound to make patterns. You know, they use sound frequencies and it makes designs and patterns, you know, so the vibrational frequency will create certain patterns. And so the videos that I saw, when it compared all of the Schumann resonance charts from before to what's happening right now, it showed this, say the word again, because you know it.
Sematics.
Yeah. And it showed that, and it actually created a perfect symmetrical image. And she actually went into the brain waves and the colors. And then if anybody just looks at it, you can see that it makes patterns, and it actually looks like DNA.
Yeah.
And so what she was saying was that these new frequencies that are coming in seem to be introducing new patterns to our DNA.
So, definitely. And you know what's interesting is last week Drake you were on and we were talking, and you brought on the fact that healing frequencies were going to be coming forward. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you want to comment on this, or?
Well, it started 611. Then there was one 613, and that's been a while. Then they got one 618. That's today, or no, that was yesterday. And then you got 621. So there's four, from what I understand, four major hits. The thing is that the reason people are seeing things and feeling things they've never experienced before is because you're heading into an area that people haven't been in before.
I'm excited about it. I was so happy to see this happening, and it's continuing. And I remember long ago you said something about when the power number stays over a certain number, and I know it. I don't remember the exact number you told me at that time, but it's over that. It's like 185 and 190 the last couple of days. And so
did you notice that question down at the bottom?
Yes. Are the frequencies sent by ETs on the Schumann? That's you. We'll ask you that. No?
ETs don't control Schumann. Schumann is a natural effect of naturally occurring events. And they're of all different types, mostly a sort of a music and light show that most of the medical profession that we have in the Stone Age doesn't have anything to do with, because that's bogus. Oh boy, no. It's kind of fun to listen to a so-called expert.
We got to be careful about those experts that were giving all this information to us before.
Come on now, you got to have computers to screw stuff up, and what's better than somebody who supposedly knows everything,
Here's a good question for you. Is it indicative of the solar wave or flash that's close?
Only minorly. This is independent of most everything else. There is some effect, but not much. You asked. There you go.
Okay. Well, now, that was Mary Elder that asked.
Well, let me qualify something here. The information I'm giving you guys is from ET. It's not my information. All right.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, the guys that can have good effects in a bunch of different ways also have some things they can affect that others don't even believe exist. And to be honest and bold and right up front and in your face, there's a whole lot of scientists that thinks the human frequency is BS.
Yeah, really? I didn't know that. Wow.
Well, now you think about it.
Interesting. Well, I don't see how they can say that with a straight face, but
a few of these experts into some stuff.
Yeah. What is it? Dr. Young has a great way of putting it, educated beyond common sense or something like that.
I thought you were going to say beyond common sense.
Yeah. And so that's definitely a problem.
I'm trying to be nice, but when somebody acts like a total friggin' idiot, you want to plug their goodies into the wall socket. See if something lights up, is there anything in there, or is it hollow,
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, I was under the impression that it did have something to do with the possible solar flash being not far away, or something to that effect.
Okay,
but
well,
maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
You want an explanation that ties it all together?
It's real simple. Sure. Let's hear it.
Everybody knows about solar flash. Oh, it's coming. A flash bulb goes off, poof, or whatever. The Schumann frequency is the ability to read the auxiliary frequencies involved in all of the things having to do with the transition. The solar flash is a prelude to the transition. Therefore, the Schumann frequency will really go nuts right about that time. That way you'll be able to tell. You think it's funky looking now and is doing its own thing? Just wait and see.
It's going to keep acting crazy. Do you have any other comments on that, Michelle?
No, I'm actually observing not just from an outer point of view, but from an inner point of view, and feeling the resonance and with intention during my meditation time. So I'm just tuning into it. I'm actually intentionally receiving, all the benefits of, the energies coming in, and just trying to align and attune. And I would say use it to the best of my intentional ability to absorb it and be activated. And I'm really excited about it because I already feel all these perception increases and shifts and everything like that. And, just getting downloads and information. And I feel very poised in my life to go through these changes. I mean, my life has actually changed a lot this year, as a matter of fact. And so I feel very poised to take the next direction or do the next assignment, or it's almost like I'm ready for this shift, Anybody else ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Well, if you think funny things is going on now, you just wait. The real fun and games ain't started yet. You'll know just before the whatever hits the fan, and everything does what it's supposed to do. You'll get a weightless feeling of sorts, and you'll feel like you're kind of floating around the room. Well, you might be. You got to watch it. Walls are hard on you. I've lost a lot of hair bumping my head on things, but anyway, you want to be careful not to get over enthusiastic and like these horses that are coming out of the surf and gallop off or anything.
I have a real short little video. It's only 12 seconds, but it gives the sound of the Schumann resonance, which I thought was kind of interesting. Okay. I can share my page and you can hear that. And then I have another one, but let me do one at a time here. That's about what it sounds like. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure I got this loud enough. Okay, here it goes. Is that a weird sound or what?
Yeah, that's a real sound. It sounds like some of my relatives after they've had too much moonshine, but other than that, it's okay.
Okay. Hi, Aussie Sue. And aloha, David. What did you say, Sharon? Michelle, I'm sorry.
I just said wind creatures.
Yes.
That was what that came to my mind when I heard that sound.
Really? There is something else that if I can find it real quick.
Something else. You've already played a couple of something else.
Yeah, I know. I'm
you got another one, all right.
If I can find it, I don't know. Wait a minute.
If you can get a copy of the Schumann frequency, playing the picture and the sound in conjunction, you're liable to see some things happen. That's all I'm going to say. They told me not to tell everything I know, so there I is.
Okay, well, let me see if I can.
Is that like saying tell everything that you're not supposed to say?
Well, no, I ain't saying nothing.
Oh.
Well,
this big growl comes out of it, and it says, "Ooh, gotcha."
Okay, well, I'm going to have to find this other one. I'm looking for it right now. Um,
What does it do?
I
Is it
have
open
a
now?
copy of, let me see if I can. Hmm. Well, the picture from the resonance, uh,
Hmm.
because it's so different. I'm looking for a picture of it, and I'm not finding it at the moment. Oh, here it is. Okay, let me see if I can show you this now. Where did it go?
Can't be no further out than them horses coming out of the water.
It's funny you
Okay.
keep talking about those horses, and before you said that, I had this picture of like the idea of people being ready with all these horses ready at the gate to take off, just waiting for the big thing.
Yeah, I do know.
I'm trying to figure out why I can't bring this picture up. Every once in a while, I have this problem. Um, but let me see if I can do it with a share. Maybe I can.
I like a couple of the ones that you got on Skype that are.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find, and
Oh,
I don't know why it's not showing them
I
to
got the
me.
one that's completely off scale. I got that. I got let's see, where was it? I think it was
I
Facebook.
don't know why I
I
can't
got that
get a.
one that shows all the squigglies, across the screen.
Yeah, that's when I have that picture, and I don't know why I can't bring it up right now.
It's
Well, the
quite
thing,
prolific. I've seen it on many, many videos by now.
well, the thing about it all is that people will start seeing it, and hopefully you ain't gonna be, in a critical driving position or something. But
I
you
know.
know,
Talk about adventures in consciousness.
well, that's yeah. Now that's the other part of it. If you're sensitive, and well, there's a lot of people out there that is, uh, you can have a real trip out of this.
Yeah.
I
I have been done some
am.
uh, slides that were very interesting. I started sliding down the slide and it started going faster. Now, oh, that's neat.
I'm
Oh,
gonna see if you see anything here where, because I know I posted it here.
see a bunch of
It's
people
way up. So
hollering.
people, if you go to my, there it is.
Yeah,
This is the one I wanted. There, do you see that?
There you go. Yes. Yes.
yeah, I see that.
Sorry, that was my mic just fell over.
185, huh?
Yeah, and I saw another one that was 190. So,
Yeah.
and it's staying right up there. And I remember there was something that you said a long time ago about when the Schumann resonance stays up above a
Yeah.
certain level on a fairly regular basis, that we're in for some interesting things. So let me stop sharing if I can.
I don't know.
There we go.
There we go. Wow, we're back.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I have a couple of things pulled up to be able to share, things that people may be interested in taking a look at when they have a chance.
Okay.
Can I put something in the chat? Do I have that ability?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to tell you something that I saw today that might be interesting, that you, if we could share it. Remember Laura's View and Tarot 2? You had sent me a link by her one time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she actually just did one about the Schumann resonance is going crazy. And she did a little tarot reading. And she was, I think one of the messages is, it is here to stay. One of the questions she asked was, is this like permanent? Is this going to stay? And so there. Did you get that link now?
Let me see.
It's in the private chat, I guess. I don't know how to do the other one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me put it Okay, I just copy and paste it and put it in our chat so people can look it up themselves.
Yeah.
So here you go, people.
Very interesting read that she did. And also on the front page of the video on her thumbnail is the picture from the Schumann Resonance website. And she also included the link in her description box so people can get to it.
Cool.
Wow. Good. Let me see. Somebody said they sent me. Oh, there it is. Yeah. David sent me the picture of the Schumann resonance. We did see that, but let me see if I can make this other one big too. Because one of the things that's really fascinating, and I found this out from Michael Lee Hill, is many of the somatics that we're seeing related to the Schumann resonance is actually related to crop circles.
Interesting.
Related
That's what
to
I
who?
thought. Yeah, they have the same. In fact, I could even bring that up. But let me show you.
said they were related to what?
They look like, some of them look like the Schumann resonance.
Crop
I
circles.
mean the crop circles.
She
I'm
said
sorry.
crop
There
circles.
we go. I
Crop
knew I'd find
circles.
out what it was. Well,
Let me
that's
show you.
because the ETs are communicating something dealing with the frequency.
Okay, look at this one here. Hang on. This is a picture, maybe. Okay, live stream, Facebook. Yeah, that's where it's at. Share. Look at that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Isn't that party?
beautiful.
I used to see things like that when I dropped acid.
Oh God.
Look at Bambi. That was funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just seeing what was on the other side of that. Oh, and here's the other one.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is something that we just have not seen on the. I've had people who have been following the Schumann resonance for a decade said they have never seen anything that looks like this.
Wait till it turns inside out. Do you think that one there is funky? It starts turning inside out and the colors change totally to something you don't recognize quite. And you find out that the colors don't really exist and little fun things of that nature.
Wow. Well, let me
Yes.
close this one down. Did I stop sharing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
We're back.
Now there's another. I can
back with
show
the
you. Yeah, I can show you the somatics from someone who posted. Michael Lee Hill posted some of the Schumann resonance and the crop circles that look related to that.
Okay, well,
Do you want to see that?
If you got it, put it up. If you can get it up.
Let me see if I can find it again. If feel free to continue talking while I'm looking this up. Okay, if you can.
I know that people who've been following that are really excited, and with their different expertise and with their different gifts and their different perspectives, it's really interesting to hear what people are saying from their perspective.
Oh, definitely. And where is that one? I'm still looking, so don't mind me. Oh, here we go. I just found it. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So thank you, Michael, for this. All I have to do is find the share button again. Share screen. And it's in Facebook. And here we go.
Clunk.
Look at this. Look at that.
You mean the one on the left?
Yeah, well, there's crop circles that have appeared in the past. Right there. And then this, I don't know how this was created, but it's related.
The
7-pointed star.
Yes. And that's what's in.
Whoa. Back up just a little bit to where it's down. Yeah, right about there. Right about there is cool. You see that half moon on the one on the left? That half moon describes the process whereby the Schumann frequency turns itself inside out, for want of a better way to describe it. The center one and the one on the right, if you overlay them and combine them, you end up with that thing on the right. If you look at
Okay.
just the frequency itself, that's what it comes out to be. You'll notice that that is a 7-pointed star.
Yes.
Aha. If you want to do some mathematics, if you like numbers, you might try the prime number cross. Look it up. Oh, it is beautiful.
Alrighty then. Well, I'd like to thank Michael Lee Hill for posting that, and it's fascinating, is what's happening right now. It really is. Here we have someone else here. Let me put this question up here, or statement. Alex Collier posted a video saying Carolyn Kennedy is now the Australian ambassador, and she has many white hats with her here in Australia. Whoa. Do you know anything about that, Drake?
Of course. The geopolitical stuff is where I play. And this was known to be coming 6 months ago. And yet they kept it extremely QT. And consequently, that was, how it worked. Where are you at, Joe Blow?
What's he got? Does he say something?
Trouble with the stream, huh? Don't stand on the plug.
I am the only one having trouble with the stream. I don't know if anybody else is having trouble. Are you on YouTube, or are you on, I do have my YouTube channels open, which is dangerous, but they like to censor everybody. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. I used to watch that when I was a kid.
He says he's in Delaware. Okay.
Delaware.
Well, you have nasty thunderstorms up in there. That's what's screwing that up. Switch to Twitch.
Yeah, that's what our Twitch guy says, Alvarado. So anyway, moving right along. One of the other things that I'd like to mention for everybody to keep their eye out for, because it's supposed to premiere on July 4th, and that is Sound of Freedom. And I am so much looking forward to seeing that show. I really am. And it's going to expose a lot to the general public that they have not known and been unwilling to look at because they couldn't believe it could be possible. But right now, according to information that I have, we have more human slaves on planet Earth than have ever existed in history, and most of them are children.
Ooh, cool.
What did you say? More human what?
Slaves.
Oh, slaves. Yeah.
Cool.
And most of them are children. And
Give
they turn them into
a pickaxe and let him go at it. Oh, boy.
The horrible things that have happened to kids needs to stop. And that's what this is all about. And
exposure is happening more and more. And I saw a video earlier today, and it was basically, it looked like it was like a Ukrainian TV show. And so there was an interpreter there, and oh gosh, so they had a US journalist and a UK journalist, and they were interviewing them, and they had an interpreter and everything, and they were talking about they were revealing the lack of freedom of press and what happens to journalists when they bring out the truth of what's happening in Ukraine and everything. And
right.
So, and also comparing people that believe the mainstream narrative. And so they were bringing out the truth. And so to me, that was just evidence that, it's going to leak somewhere. And no matter where it leaks, and it's getting interpreted. And so, that's going out more and more and more. And so even if they try to oppress the truth, it's going out. It's going on.
Nothing can stop what is coming, and that's what is coming, the truth. They're not going to be able to stop it. And this is a great video that people can watch, and Liz Crokin was involved in it, and she's been a leader in this area about children and Hollywood and so on and so forth. And here is a documentary which is expose a lot of it. It says the Out of Shadows documentary lifts the mask on how the mainstream media and Hollywood manipulate and control the masses by spreading propaganda throughout their content. Our goal is to wake up the general public by shedding light on how we have all been lied to and brainwashed by a hidden enemy. The project is the result of 2 years of work made by a team of professionals. Patriots made this documentary with the sole purpose of getting the truth out there.
Ooh.
So here we go. This is some look for Hollywood documentary, and that'll give you some information as well as the Sound of Freedom. I can't wait until people find out what they have refused to look at. And they're just going to be shocked.
Some of them, it's not like they refused. They didn't know what they didn't know. And their source of information, I was talking to my mom about this today, actually, about how people's sources of information has changed over the last few years. Whereas the majority used to listen to and believe mainstream media, now it's the minority that listen to and believe the mainstream media. There's been that shift. And also, people are listening more and more to their relatives. My mom listens to me, believe it or not.
Yeah, they said everybody should get a conspiracy theorist as a friend because when this all comes forward, they're going to need one.
She's 91, and when I tell her some of these things, I mean, I know part of her thinks I'm nuts, but the other part of her thinks, well, there's, crazy things going on. Part of this, what she's saying must be true.
Yes. Do you know if the RV is real?
Yes.
It is real.
Yeah, just fasten your seatbelt and hold on to something. And the fun and games comes soon. Put it that way. You got another one right just above that.
Yeah.
It's real neat.
Wait a minute. We Are the Children?
No, about Bill Gates going to China.
Oh, Bill Gates. Okay, let me find. I just saw that. There it is. Okay, Joe Blow is asking, Drake, do you know anything about why Bill Gates went to China for the last week?
Do you know anything about what the Gates Foundation does? You look that up and you'll know. That ain't good, guaranteed.
Over there pushing the vaccine.
Wait a minute, you think the Wuhan laboratory leak was bad? Ooh, got a funky one coming.
That's one thing my mom and I were talking about, as a matter of fact. She knows by now that Bill Gates is not a good person. But, I was telling her about how the media had been, controlled and everything by the people that were trying, to hide all of the, activities of, Satanists and pedophiles and all these other things going on. And I remember seeing a documentary about Bill Gates one time. Clearly he made it. It was about how great he was and what a great philanthropist he was. And it was like,
I had people telling me, oh, he's a philanthropist. He provides housing for people. And I'm going,
I know. And I actually worked at a school in Oregon, and this lady told me that her daughter just went to work for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in Washington, and how great she thought that was and how great the organization was. And, I didn't feel like there was even a crack to even tell her anything different. So I was just like, that's interesting. That's nice.
I have some information from Gene Deco that he said that this is the end of the deep state and the enslavement of humanity and the trafficking of humanity all over the galaxy. People don't even have a clue about that. Mm-hmm. But they take millions of us every year off the planet.
Well, you remember
as well as gold.
When I first started getting on your show or being invited or however to go, then I mentioned something about a lot of galactic efforts. If you think about it, you'll remember that. And this is going to be the Oh, I'd say show and tell.
Well, this is what they said too. The beginning of the end for them is the beginning of our real freedom. We've been lied to about our freedom. We've been told we were the home of the brave and land of the free. Bullshit. We have not been that.
You know what? You know what we're going back to, don't you?
The real thing.
Back to the 1950s era.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
In the proper circles in the 50s, you had a great amount of integrity, morality, and a bunch of other things that we just don't even look at today.
And parents could survive on one income. They didn't need to have both people out of the house working in order to provide, in order to have a house, a car, and the basics of living. In the 50s, you could do that with one.
Yeah, and it was decided.
Working.
The thing was, it was decided in 1951. I had the memo at one point. It got ate up on a computer about how the only solution to controlling the people was to destroy the family unit. In other words,
my grandma used to talk about that. Yeah, my grandma used to talk about how they're trying to destroy the family, and she told me a lot of things way back when she was ahead of her time, and her and I were the nut jobs in the family.
Well, of course, we always are the black sheep.
This thing was signed like by presidents and ambassadors and things of that nature. I mean, the actual list of participants was longer than the actual memo. So they give you an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. And the government, of course, they went right along with it. Of course, absolutely.
People that think the government is there to take care of them are sadly mistaken. They're there to get rid of us more than anything.
No, they just want to take all our guns and rights and everything away.
Yeah.
And hey, around as slaves.
Now that you brought that very subject up, Drake, one of the things that they have done in the past in Canada, and so all my Canadian friends need to be awake and aware of this, and maybe they already are aware of it, but when they have done forest fires and things like that in the past to displace people, they go inside the homes when the people are gone, and they take all the foods and they take all their guns to make sure they're not armed. Well, and they could do the same thing here in the United States if people aren't up in aware of possibilities.
There's too many people awake. There's too many people, that have a warrior energy and a strength of integrity and morality. Those two things that were, diminished since the 50s are coming back now, as well as common sense and a direct connection to source. And too many. In my opinion and viewpoint and inner feeling, I think that there's, too much light, too much awakening, and, too many people that are, like actual warriors, and the whole collective, I feel like is stronger.
I'm really happy to hear you say that, because I agree with you. That's really true. It was scaring me for quite a while, but I think things are moving forward rather quickly right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. There's a comment by Joe Blow there about.
Bring it up. Let me bring it up. Yeah. I heard him on TED Talk more than once say the cause of global warming is from overpopulation. How to reduce global warming is through inoculation. These videos are still on YouTube. You're talking about on TED Talk, Bill Gates. Bill Gates is an evil man. I'm sorry.
Right. We'll put him in a room and we'll all take turns farting in a hose and see how long he lives.
Okay. How about throwing eggs at him?
Yeah, that worked.
He got hit with a pie in the face on one of the videos I've seen.
I saw that many times too.
Yeah.
Everyone clapped and cheered because many people had bought into the philanthropist story that he put out there, and that was the whole thing about our evolution of consciousness is not to believe in appearances, but to believe in your own conscience and gut feeling, and to stay attuned to the truth of the light within. And then you cannot be deceived. Unless you're just being programmed and you know, getting all your information from outside and not from inside.
Okay.
Well, somebody is asking, I don't know if you've talked to Tanath lately, Drake, about anything with the Silver Legion recently.
Yeah, I've talked to her, but I didn't get any as such news. But if you'd like, I can get a hold of her and see what she's up to.
Yeah, we could always, you know, she's always somebody we could bring on too.
Yeah.
So I have, you know, she comments in my gathering on Skype every once in a while, and I encourage other people to either go to my Telegram or my Skype program because I post a lot of stuff that's relevant. Anyway, Tanath is there, and I might, you know, maybe she might be interested in doing a show again too. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I have fun picking on Tanath. I pick on Gail, and she turns different colors, so I'm not quite sure what to do with that yet.
You're not sure how to pick on me yet? You should think of something. Come on, I like it. We had 7 kids in our family. If you didn't get picked on, then, you know, nobody liked you. You got to get picked on to know that they like you. You know what I mean?
But it's some kind of alien thing when you fool with tease somebody a little bit, and they turn purple or whatever.
Look what I was red before I came on. Now I'm purple.
Okay.
I am looking for something I want to share with you if I can find it too. That's rather important. It's on it's a post that I put up, and I think people would like to see it.
Oh yeah. Sure about that, are you?
Do you believe? Let me show you. I got to show you this. This is so weird that this even exists. There are some statues and some sculptures that never cease to amaze me. So let me see if I can bring this up. It's like, wow.
Can't be any farther out than that Schumann frequency.
There. How do you like that? They have things right in our. Oh, did you see it or not?
No, I haven't seen squat.
Oh, okay, sorry. There we go. Oh, I missed it. Can you believe that?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yep.
I mean, wow. I mean, they have it right in our face sometimes.
Yes. Reptilians are known for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something people need to be aware too. The entire Earth is a human trafficking planet. Every continent has endless miles of tunnels for child and human trafficking on and off planet. We are their slaves and their food, and people need to wake up, and we need to fight for our freedom.
They don't fool with me for the simple fact of what I do to them.
Okay, this is a little information too.
Going into Epstein Island, are we?
About Epstein Island. They don't want people to see this movie, The Sound of Freedom, because it exposes what they've been doing. And when people find out what they've been doing to our children, whoa, look out.
They're going to find a whole bunch of sharp instruments and remove body parts from these people who've been doing that stuff.
So God's children are not for sale. Let's make that very clear. And
the thing that I think is funny is that the government at all levels have been selling body parts forever. So, you know,
that's the other thing, you know, human organ trafficking too. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And it's sad that this kind of thing goes on, but we need to stop it, and we need everybody on board being aware and knowing what's going on so we can fix it. You can't fix something that you don't know about.
You know what kind of personal weaponry it takes to fix something of that nature?
Pardon?
Do you know what kind of personal weaponry it takes to fix something of that nature?
Personal weaponry?
Yeah. You got to be
No.
able to. You got to be able to put your hand up and go, whoop, and hurt somebody. You got to be able to
Well, we
put
may
it.
get to that point once our abilities are back online because they cut them
Well,
all
that's
off.
going to be a while. ET don't trust us that far yet. They don't have a
Mm.
choice about me. Uh, I'm kind of different. I'm an incarnate, and my origin is red, and it's a combination of the being and color at the same time. And I'm slowly remembering the powers that I had and the way to operate them. And um, it's interesting to watch people back off.
Well, what's going to happen is other people are going to have the same abilities and then some, and people may vary in the type of abilities. I don't agree with you on that one, Drake.
Not
I
yet.
think they are.
Not yet.
Well, I don't mean like right now, all of a sudden.
Well,
It's
I'm
something
talking
that's
about
going
right
to
now.
be gradually added to it.
Yeah,
Well, what are you
slowly.
saying then?
Slowly, every individual on the planet will learn about these things and their abilities to use them. Until that time that they actually get full usage, it's sort of mute.
Well, they have to be aware of it before they can use anything, or they wouldn't.
They'll be made aware.
There's a lot of people that are still not aware of any added abilities or anything like that, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm sure I could talk to the people in my family and they wouldn't know what the heck I was talking about. Just saying, I don't know.
My
Your
family
human
thinks I'm
family or
strange.
your galactic family?
My
Yeah,
family thinks I'm strange enough. If I start doing funny stuff to them, they really gonna think I'm nuts. Which is all right because I really am.
a little bit anyway.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. I can just feel it coming.
Okay, let's see. Joe Blow
Yes.
says that Wednesday is the summer solstice, and this
Oh
is
boy.
when they sacrifice somebody. This is a satanic holiday. I'm
Who are they
hoping.
going to sacrifice?
I have no idea. Hopefully, they won't be able to do it.
I'll give you 10 to 1 odds it ain't a Democrat. Had to get my little shot in there. But then again, almost all the politicians are funky nasties and need to be zapped, let's say, have something plugged in the wall, say, whatever. Somebody turn them on and wake them up, and.
Okay, does anybody have anything to add or any questions out there? Or
Well,
no questions.
the summer solstice is more than just summer solstice. It's or sacrifice point. It's also a turning point for some things, and some of these people that do nasty things will find that they're when they try to do something nasty to somebody else, it turns around and bites them on the whatevers. I like that idea. Did you find anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to share this too. Hang on. It's more from the same source. This is a patriot here in Sedona that I get information from sometime.
Sedona.
Okay. Well, this is the time, the end time for the rule and enslavement of the earth. They have been enslaving us and sending us and using us all over the galaxy as slaves. I mean, it's horrible. And we have super soldiers who have, can testify to that fact. But this time we're supposed to get total freedom for the first time ever in millions of years. And but it's taken a great deal to be able to clean out the trafficking tunnels underneath the earth, and it's taken the alliance and the help from ETs, because there's no way that humans could do it themselves. Not the way it's happened.
Well, there's a couple of things in there. Reason Trump Jr. is touring Australia. It wouldn't be safe. You wouldn't come. And then there's another one. Remember what we had in terms of discussion earlier? Lots of chatter about the military.
Yeah. The military dogs I'd like to mention because they're the first ones in the tunnels.
Yeah.
They get killed first. I mean, there's no other way to put it, but they protect humans and children in the process. I'm not saying they all, a lot of times they don't get killed. Thank goodness they do what they do. But they're heroes. Just like in the old wars from years back, horses were heroes.
Well, they got I had ET outfit the first responder, first in the tunnel groups with a pretty neat little piece of armor. Anything that the bad ETs that are down there want to hit them with, it doesn't work too well. Mostly it will reflect right back on them. So if they shoot an energy weapon designed to put the zap on you, it just reflects right back off in their face.
Somebody's asking, there's lots of chatter about the military. Do you have any additional information? Maybe you could explain to me what you said to me.
Well, she tried military movements, and she's talking about over 250 cities, and they have videos and pictures of all of these National Guard and military in Philadelphia and all these different places. And so they're sharing all of these pictures of the military movements, and it's all over social media.
Yes, it is. Do you have any additional information on that, Drake?
Yeah, well, the military is first of all practicing moving around. Secondly, they're implementing logistics. In other words, they're putting material and a bunch of other things into place so that they can have free usage of them. It was that the continuity of government and a few other things were getting in the way of the good military doing their job. That is no longer the case.
Well, that's good to know.
So you can expect to see, like I said, I told you, when was it, a month or so ago, 2 months ago, that there's some neat changes coming. That's one of them. Okay.
All right. Well, someone made this comment that most of humanity doesn't know just what horrors all of our military is going through, and God bless them all. And that is so true. Some of the things that they have seen in the tunnels are so horrific that they needed counseling and
it just smells bad, sticks to your shoes.
Oh, geez. Let's undermine, not undermine what they go through.
It's definitely something you don't want to step in.
And they've seen things that nobody would want to see, because once you see something, it's pretty hard to erase it from your mind.
Well, I would like to take some of these live ETs, the bad guys, and roll them in it. See how they like that stuff stuck to them all over.
Okay, I didn't know about this. Why? Somebody's asking, why is the smoke still rising out of manhole covers in Washington, D.C.?
That's a technical fire that they can't put out. It's going to continue for a while. Just bear with it. It's not dangerous on the surface because you get too much oxygen mixed with it for it to be combustible like it is below ground. It's not, like I say, and that essence is not to be worried about, and it's just temporary.
Joe Blow has an interesting thought here. I'd be interested in what you have to say. Something I've been thinking about: if these people are demon possessed, when they die or are executed, they need to command that spirit back to hell, or will it move on to another vessel? That's a reasonable question.
You don't have to worry about it. Most of the entities that can transfer from one to another are very rare, first of all. And secondly, not of them are a whole lot of them are not very good at it. So instead of transferring into you and making you drive like some kind of nut, it's more than likely to be transferred into one of the squirrels in the tree outside, and you talk about messing up the entity's day. That usually does a pretty good job of it.
Wow. Well, there's something else that I think people need to be aware of. I have a list of things. I don't have it on the page, but I have it brought up here on something else. And I'd like to share it with everybody. And that is, there's a list of business bankruptcies and closings.
Huge.
Yeah, wow. The old is being removed to make way for the new, is what's said. Victoria's Secret declared bankruptcy, and I hate to tell you what that secret was.
I ain't gonna touch that. My wife would kill me.
It was a she, he, however you want. Anyway, I don't want to go there. All right, number 2. Zara closed 1,200 stores. Now, I'm not familiar with a store called Zara. Are you guys? I've never heard of it before. Never heard of it either.
Zara doesn't sound like the right pronunciation. Let me think of the name of it.
It's Zara.
Oh, Zara. Okay. I actually worked at a store many years ago. It started with a Z, and it was in Hollywood. Believe it or not.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's maybe where it is. Another one is La Chapelle withdrew 4,391 stores. Wait, I got that. That's coming up. Chanel was discontinued. Do you know that Chanel, which is a perfume that I used to like, that I don't know if I'll ever wear it again, they actually manufactured the guillotines that Obama ordered.
Maybe that's why they had to close up.
Yeah, I think so. It might have had something to do with it. So they were definitely in on the plan to destroy us. Okay, Hermes is discontinued. Patek Philippe discontinued production. Rolex discontinued production. We are inside the collapse right now. The world's luxury industry has crumbled. Nike has a total of $23 billion US preparing for the second stage of layoffs. Gold's Gyms filed bankruptcy. I used to belong to one of those many years ago.
Me too.
Well, now hold on a minute, Gail, please. You got to remember something. Bankruptcy is simply dodging the bullet. It's not a real bankruptcy like it sounds. And the other thing is, it's what you got to really watch right now. Now, I mean, this instant between now, which is Monday, and Thursday of this week, you're going to hear some nasty things about industrial properties not being able to pay their bills. The secondary smack on that or knockdown is that the central banks, not the little bitty guys that they feed cash to, but the central banks themselves are going to have some serious financial problems if they survive at all. So the financial system as we have known it is
collapsing.
Yeah.
After Gold's Gym is the founder, and I'm glad about this because they have raised the prices here in Sedona so high it's ridiculous. The founder of Airbnb said that because of the pandemic, 12 years of efforts were destroyed in 6 weeks. I'm glad. Bye Airbnb. You've raised the prices so high that people can't even afford to rent them unless you're rich. So I'm sorry, but they've made housing almost impossible for people. Okay, even Starbucks also announced to permanently close 400 stores. WeWork isn't a great spot either. I've never heard of them either. Nissan Motor Company may close down in the U.S. I don't like that. I got a Nissan vehicle, which is extremely reliable. The biggest car rental company, Hertz, filed for bankruptcy. They also own thrifty and dollar stores. The oldest retail store, JCPenney, filed for bankruptcy to be acquired by Amazon for pennies.
Yes.
The biggest investor, in the world, Warren Buffett, lost $50 billion in the last 2 months. Oh, it just breaks my heart, poor guy. The biggest investor.
Joe Blow has a comment that probably ought to get in the screen.
Oh, okay. Let me finish this list first.
Yeah,
okay?
I know. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, good. Yeah, I see it. It looks like a good one.
It is.
It always is. He's a good guy. Biggest investment company in the world, BlackRock, is signaling disaster in the world economy. They manage over $7 trillion.
Not anymore. They don't.
I know. Okay, and here, this is relating just to what you were saying.
They're down to about $2.5 trillion.
And sinking, right?
Yeah.
The biggest mall in America, the Mall of America. I don't know if you've ever been there, but I've been there, and it is huge. It is huge. They stopped paying their mortgage payments. So that's
it. That's an indication of the industrial properties. I'm telling you.
Yep. I didn't disagree with you.
You mean all commercial properties?
Yeah, of any kind.
Yeah,
just about. There's 2 or 3 that are doing okay.
Most reputable airline, Emirates. Is that how you say that?
Emeritus,
yeah. Okay, they're laying off 30% of their workers. U.S. Treasury is printing trillions to try to keep the economy on life support. Actually, they haven't printed any fiat notes after 2017. You won't find any dates after 2017 on your bills. Estimated number of retail stores closing in 2020 was 12,000 to 15,000. Why isn't your media telling you this? Why is it the first time you're seeing this on this post? And how many more closings are there?
You didn't mention Walmart yet, did you?
No, actually, Walmart's not on this list at the moment. Not yet, but I know they've closed quite a few stores too.
Walmart has closed up. Walmart has closed up the West Coast. Got that? That's California, Oregon, and Washington.
I'm surprised that they're not on this list, but I have seen it on some other in other places.
But it did come out that the Waltons, the owners of Walmart, the family have been selling shares recently in huge amounts.
Yeah, like 700-800 million a shot per day.
Well, I think a lot of what happened with Walmart after Sam Walton, or whatever his name was, left. I don't think he'd be very proud of what his children did.
He wasn't very proud. He wasn't very proud of him when he was here. And he said so in a video, and I missed getting a copy, but I thought that was pretty nice. You guys turned this into a sideshow. That was sort of the gist of what he said, and I'm being nice. Well, some things you don't mention in mixed company, and what he said about his family was one of them.
Well, it never ceases to amaze me.
Joe Blow.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, Joe Blow. The best way to explain the woke movement, like Bud Light, is lose business, layoff, or let go workers. Everyone becomes dependent on the government to provide for them. That's concerning.
Well, the government didn't buy enough of Bud Light to change things around, did they? Oops.
Well, I tell you what, Anheuser-Busch took a heavy hit on that, because not only do they own Bud Light, but Anheuser-Busch also owns Coors and a couple other beer companies. And they have lost a lot of money as a result of that. Trying to put up I'm sorry, but a transgender is not a real woman in my book. But that's just my opinion.
UPS has gone on strike.
Here's another one.
It's in July. Right there.
Okay, they're going on. Good luck with that. I thought they are employee-owned, very profitable, but the money not making it in the employees.
Okay, now the thing about that particular, the money, not making it to the employees. Uh, it's even if you own it, you may not be able to control it. Bear that in mind. That's commercial. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Darn.
Family Dollar is the only retail junk store, whatever you want to call it, uh, anywhere on the planet that is doing really well. They double and triple their stock about every 3 to 6 months, and I think that's pretty far out. Chef Boyardee, ooh, people gobble. Hey, it's better than going hungry, so people are gobbling it up.
Well, see, that's what it boils down to. I don't think anybody can follow any kind of real special diet once the food shortage comes into play.
Please,
You're going to eat what you can get, is what it's going to boil down to.
Joe
But
Bob
I
just
still don't
mentioned
think
Target.
it's
Target.
just going to be a temporary thing. Let me see. Let me see. Oh,
Target.
Target. Well, they did the same. They did the same thing that Bud Light did. Only
Ah,
their way of doing it was they had baby clothes,
and they're down
children's
25 to
clothes,
30% like Bud Light
toddlers
is.
toddlers clothes, all
Oh,
promoting
want your little kids to be known as
LBJQ,
a.
whatever all those number letters stand for. It's
I didn't
really
know people wanted
ridiculous.
their kids known to be perverts.
Well, they're pushing this immorality
Well, fine.
so hard. It's
Maybe they need to have
disgusting.
rotor visit their posterior. You want to play that game? I can play. Only I don't play fair, and
Well,
I
you
ain't
know,
nice
I
about it.
okay, I'm going to show you a video, and I want people to think about watching this video too. I really
Uh-oh.
like this lady. She's very good. And she talks about this very thing. And she talks about
Using
sodomy in the
rotor.
extent that you are, it opens people up, pardon the way of putting it, but for demon possession.
Oh, demons don't like me very much.
I don't think you mean what you said based on what I was
Demons
saying,
don't
but
like me very
anyway.
much. I have I li- You think a bad taste in your mouth something, you ought to have it when it's all over and it won't go away. And
Here it
you're
is.
stuck with it for years. That's what
This
the
is what
demons get when they go, oh, here it is.
This is what I think people need to watch. This woman does a good job of researching. She talks about atrazine in the water, feminizing men. It turns male frogs into female frogs in the frog kingdom. Apparently, it's having impact on adult men in the United States. Okay.
Okay.
The CDC director called out Biden's 17 recordings, insurance policy, military deployment all over, and free energy and more. She talks about all these subjects, and it's definitely worth listening to.
She puts out a video once a week, and she's a really good researcher. And
Yes, she is.
I have followed her, Nyla Newen. Yes,
Yes.
she's very good, and I have followed her for quite a while. And she's reliable once a week, usually on Saturdays. She puts out a video, so I always tune into her because she a lot of times has unique information, and she always has good high quality information, and she has a very good high consciousness herself. So she has a very good perspective, and she does a very good job on her channel, I think.
She's very spot on about things too. I followed her quite a bit. I didn't realize she was still putting out once a week. In fact, I was looking for her. I hadn't heard from her for a while, and then I saw this one. I just got a message from someone from Facebook that we have a 13-hour blackout on the Schumann resonance screen. What do you think that's all about?
They don't want you to know. Pretty simple.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Let me show you that. I can show you that. I got to stop sharing that one and then share this other one
Okay.
if I can. Okay. Let me see. Where'd that come?
So basically, it was going viral. Like I was saying, it was very prolific, and it's activating people, and people are becoming aware. And so they probably, I don't know what that means, if they're just trying to eliminate people's awareness of what's going on. Is that what it is? They're just trying to black out the information of the Schumann resonance, what it is right now.
Just having what's going on put up and exposed doesn't mean anything. When it helps people, that's when they get scared like little kids in a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Too much attention. Okay, well,
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Yeah. Prolific, a lot of attention.
The thing is that when you help too many people, they become aware and they will turn you off if they can. Now,
right.
That's what they've been doing to my channel.
I would suggest that the Schumann frequency website and the pictures and that sort of thing can be turned back on. Think about that. That'd make the bad guys day. But we killed it like the devil. We can run around. I run around killing them, and you can run around and bring them back to life. What's the matter with you people?
13 hours blacked out.
13 hours isn't enough.
And it also doesn't mean we're not receiving the frequencies.
Exactly.
Well, you are receiving the frequency anyway.
Exactly.
That's what she means.
Those who are aware at all can do that. All you got to do is close your eyes and picture the Schumann frequency as you saw it on that picture, and it just comes blazing through, and they can't stop it. And that messes up their whole day.
That's the same thing with a lot of truth that's come out. You know, it's too late to stop it. You know, once you know, it's just too late.
Yeah. There's about 3 other ways to get into the Schumann frequency.
There's David wanted to say, all I can say to you, Drake, is it's like riding a bicycle once you learn how, and now no matter how long it's been, it comes back to you. It's just like time to ride like you used to. Now, I think he's referring to abilities that will be coming online. I mean, I don't know. Maybe David, if you have more to explain, go ahead and put it in.
It's really simple. It's like riding a bicycle. Once you learn how, and no matter how long it's been, it comes back to you. You pick it back up. Now you got to be conscious of the fact that you ain't as good as you was when you was doing it in the first place. But it comes back quicker than it took you to learn it, a whole lot quicker. So the thing about the frequency is something I want to do through Gail's show right now, and that's put out a frequency and see whether or not everybody and their mother-in-law can feel it. Oh boy, there's a lot of people on the planet looking at your okay, I'm done. I don't know if you guys could feel any of that, but if you didn't, you'll experience some of it in a dream.
There's I forgot what I was going to say.
You remember the last thing that William Wallace hollered? Freedom!
Yeah. Mel Gibson. Yeah. Okay, this is Joe Blow again. When the World Forum got together, they planned all this crap. They are even pushing the pride thing in Thailand. Oh my God. They have for the longest time had lady boys, but it wasn't as in your face as now. I saw a horrific presentation put on by, I think it was the Dodgers owner, and it was a complete mock God and Yeshua, and it was very
Texas Rangers are the only major ball club that didn't have Pride Night. I like that.
Who was it? The only one that didn't?
Texas Rangers, only major league baseball club that did not have a Pride Night.
Good for them.
Yeah,
what
they
kind of
said they didn't
pride?
believe in that shit.
I don't believe in that
That's a
either.
quote.
But anyway, that's just my opinion. But anyway, it doesn't procreate or save humanity in any manner, shape, or form. In fact,
Well,
it leads to our extinction.
in all things, there is always one confused soul who believes he can make a difference, and you have to kill him to convince him otherwise. That's from Shooter. There's a great deal of things that people can pick up on that are truthful. So one of the things that Gail could use would be, 20, 30 grand if you got it. Throw it at her, watch her. It'll light up like a light bulb. Uh, if
Hey,
you,
I'm serious. Right now, as we speak, now that you brought that up,
yeah,
Drake, right now, as we speak, this platform that I'm on right now is I have a red flag on it because I haven't been able to pay for it. So if I don't get it paid for, pretty soon I won't be able to put up another show until I do. So,
oh, okay.
because things have not been happening like they used to, and I understand because everybody's kind of frightened of what's going on. But anyway, and they never used the rainbow.
You're gonna do
I
what
never
with a
used the
rainbow?
rainbow in Thailand until now.
Huh?
Wow.
What I do? Did I step
Um,
on the rainbow?
oh no, but they've compromised the rainbow. They because they
Oh,
mock everything by God. The
yes.
rainbow has 7 colors. This one has 6.
Uh huh.
So uh, anyway, let's see. Do we have anything? But it wasn't as a yeah. It's just amazing that this is going on all over the world. Um, things have been really tight lately. I don't like to ask for anything, but I
You
spend all
got
my time and
you got a
energy.
bank account, right?
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
Stripe, what they call Stripe link, and a PayPal link too. I haven't got the Stripe link to put up, but
Uh,
um,
I'll just send you a surprise in the mail. How's that?
that will help, and it'll keep me going because right now I'm at my
The
wits end
idea.
that's how to cover it. So anyway, I'm kind of used to stuff like that. I've been living that way for a long time.
The
Uh,
thing we need to do is to cause the people who don't wanna to tune in anyway and get enlightened, uh, their the way they should for themselves, and
yeah.
then come back to normality and see how many are watching Gail's show or something.
I really think they're shadow banning me. I really believe so.
Well, you
Especially
are
I did.
getting shadow banned. I know I am. They love
Yeah.
my blog talk broadcast where I tell them to, yeah. Anyway, and
They don't like the truth. So if you're bringing on people that,
well,
bring up the truth, they get upset with it and they
I
want
tell them
to.
if they got two of those, to stick them somewhere and walk on their elbows. But that's just me, and I'm kind of obtuse and cranky and radical and just all that sort of stuff. But there's a in the next few days, I may be in a position of having to do a special show to out some of the stuff that's going on, and to tell people where they can go to find out what they need to know about how to fix it. So,
Fantastic. Well, just let me know
oh, I will.
and we'll get it out there.
Okay,
Yeah. Well, we're coming up on almost an hour and a half.
that's enough, ain't it?
Ah, listen, Joe Boga says he got That's
For
interesting.
hate speech.
I'm just a viewer, and I got a warning from the platform the other day for hate speech. They're ridiculous. They tried to put that on me about something one time too, and it just
Was
it,
is that
it
the
was a joke
restream?
actually.
Wait a minute, Joe. Is that platform you're talking about? Is that the
Yeah,
restream?
which platform?
Huh?
Yeah, which platform? Because it could be Rumble, could be YouTube, could be.
That's why I'm asking Joe if he knows which one.
Yeah.
So ordering from this platform, hate speech. Okay. Does it say which one?
What platform were you on, Joe?
Joe Blow, Gail. I'm just a viewer, and I got a warning from this platform the other day for hate speech.
From
So
this?
he's got it up in the picture. And do you know which one? If it's this, I doubt if it's the restream platform.
Yeah, I doubt it too.
YouTube.
It's probably a YouTube platform.
YouTube.
What did I call that or what? Probably a YouTube. It's what he said.
My suggestion is that YouTube's got leaky tubes.
YouTube is going down. They're not going to be able to maintain what they've been doing, and neither is Facebook. All their censorship and all their taking people down. They're coming down as a result of doing that. They're losing a lot of people too, because people are going to Rumble or Odyssey, or there should be more than just Rumble and Odyssey that are uncensored. But they're also picking up.
Didn't we
some
already
places.
eliminate Susan Wojcicki from YouTube? Wasn't she already recently, in the last month or two, leave as CEO, the YouTube CEO?
Yes, she did. Yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah. So things are going to change. Things are changing everywhere. They think if they step down that they're not going to be held accountable for what they've done. I don't think it works that way.
Take a look at the private chat.
Yeah, we're about ready to do a wrap because we have we're almost at an hour and a half. So unless does anybody have anything else to say? Drake, you got anything else to add?
There's a lot of things we'd like to say, but we can't.
Isn't that the truth? What about you, Michelle? You got anything to add to that?
I got to brush up on my sign language, I think, Gail, and then I can really speak freely.
Isn't that so true?
No, hey, Gail, look at the chat. Look at the chat.
Yeah. Is the thumb considered a face? So everyone give Gail the finger. Well, no, actually, it's the thumbs up. But anyway, that's funny. He's being funny.
I like the heart better.
Yeah, I like the heart better too. I'm getting better at making it.
There's your frequency, sending out love.
Yeah, there we go. Sending out love. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Michelle, for coming on a short notice. And thank you, Drake, for everything. And we'll see you again soon. And if you give me a call, and we'll do a special this week. And what I want to tell people is look for this particular. Sometimes I don't like to put the name Drake Bailey on, because then we seem to have problems. So this particular thumbnail that I have out there, that'll usually, I think I'm going to save that one for Drake with the flags and everything. So when you see that thumbnail, you know who it is. Okay. All right. Y'all. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again soon. Enjoy these energies. It's wonderful. We're moving on up. See you soon. Bye.
We have found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are, and like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now, don't look back now. Rise up, stand with each other. We are sisters and brothers, fighting our place and running the race. We'll take our chance and seize the moment. Hold on tight and don't let go of all your hopes and dreams that light the way. We control our fate. Destiny awaits. We are all the actors in the stories we create. Hope will be our guide. We'll no longer hide. When we roll like thunder, feel the wonder from inside. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors.